Hello and welcome to my pottery tutorial. Today we are going to be making a fish. Okay, we're going to be making this using the pinch pot technique. Okay, if the kids ask what kind of fish is this, tell them it's a mouth brooding fish because it's got a baby inside the mouth to keep it safe. Okay, that's how it keeps its fish safe. We need clay, potter's clay, tools is society stick and a paintbrush for painting. To paint, we are going to paint with colour slip. Colour slip is the kind of paint that you can paint right away onto raw clay without having to do firing first. And of course we're going to need some water. Also a board to work on. If you don't have a board, you can use a piece of cardboard or something like that. We are going to take a piece of clay and make, let's have a little fishy here. We're going to make a pinch pot. So we're going to roll the clay into a ball. You can use the table. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And once you've got your nice round ball, take the clay to your hands, take your other hand, stick your thumb inside the ball of clay, take your pointer finger and pinch. I end up using more than just my one finger. Pinch and rotate the clay in your hand until you've got a pinch pot. Okay, so there's our pot. That's going to be the big mouth. Okay, so we've got a mouth. Now we're going to give him some big googly eyes. So we're going to take piece of clay, divide it into two even parts and roll into two little balls. Okay, these are going to be our eyes. So we're going to stick them on the head. When you stick clay to clay, if I go like that, clay is going to dry and it's going to pop off. So we need to make sure it's really stuck. So we're going to scratch, water scratch, to make sure that the surfaces are rough and can glue nicely together. Water, water, stick it on. Okay, then smush the clay together. Now this eye is not going anywhere. It is very much stuck. That's one. We're going to do the same for the other one. Scratch, 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 scratch. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Water, water. Stick on. And use this tool. Kind of use a rolling method to make sure the clay stuck together. Okay, so here's our two eyes. Now take the point and now he can see. Okay, so he's really got his eyes. Now we just need to do the fins. I'm very sort of free with my methods. I literally just take clay and stick it on, like, but if you want some kind of more guidance, what you can do, take a piece, roll it into a ball, and flatten it, because you're going to need a flat piece. Okay? And it's too big. Let's make it smaller. Just divide it into two. There we go. And I've got my two fins. So on the side, scratch, 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 scratch. Scratch, 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 scratch. Oh, I didn't do water. You know what? This clay is so soft at the moment. But not all clay is as soft as this one. So okay, one. Now the other side. Scratch, scratch, scratch. I hope this is even straight. And oopsie, what am I doing? Looking backwards ends up doing funny things, and stick it on. And okay, so he's got the fins. Now, literally, the top, I take a piece of clay, I squash it in my hands, and I give it the fin. Actually just stuck it on because this clay is so wet. Almost looks like he's got a bit of a mohawk. And now he needs the tail to make it look like a fish and not just a weird monster. So I'm going to roll the sausage forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. And stick the sausage like that onto the clay. And smush it together. Take the tool, make sure it's very stuck. Okay. And make it look like a tail. I just squash it. Squash. Yeah. And so that's pretty much it. Obviously you can give it more of a tail and shape. But got the general idea of how it's done. This is very easy with little children because the mouth is so easy, and the eyes, it's like even sometimes they just come out looking like cute little monsters. But even if they don't know what they're doing, it just immediately looks like something. Okay. And so there we go. Made a fish very easily. My work's always very rough. That's how I like it. Now you must give him a baby, or her, probably a lady fish, if she's looking after her babies. Not that I know, you know fishies, they all act differently to us mammal folk. Maybe it is the man, maybe it's the mother and the father. Maybe I must do some research before going on about it on this video. Scratch, watering, scratch, sticking it in. If you don't like the idea of the fish inside, then don't do one as an example. Because personally, when the kids see it, they are going to insist on making it. And it kind of just looks like a little blob inside, you know. It's not. So, but the idea is that it's a fish and its baby, so it's your choice. And it is a bit sort of, depends on the age. If you're making it yourself as a project, go ahead. If you're doing it with small children, this is probably the biggest headache, is the fish inside. I'm going to give it a mouth by poking this in. And he needs eyes. Roughening the surface. It's also very wet, so it doesn't need any more water. Okay. Does need to be stuck on properly. And make sure all the edges are blended together. Let's give them a mouth again, and eyes. See, they both got a big fright. Baby inside's got a fright. Fish on top's got a fright. Because you startled him, or her, or it, as previously. And there it is, eh? That's our fishy. We are ready to paint our fishy now. Cool. Okay, so now we are ready to paint our fish. As I said before, I use Colour Slip because Colour Slip is the only paint you can use on raw clay. Okay. Painting is up to you. Go crazy with the colours. If you want to research what the fishes actually look like and copy their markings, or just go wild with stripes and spots or anything, it's totally up to you. Afterwards, before you fire, you're going to paint it with translucent brush on glaze. That's going to give you this shiny finish. And I fire mine up to 120, but ask your local pottery place for advice on whatever products they have. So yeah, that's it. That's your fish. This fish is much bigger, but you know what? He shrinks. Clay shrinks in the kiln. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.